Good evening. I would like to extend my warmest welcome to you and appreciation for all who are joining us for our 32nd annual Tree of Hope lighting ceremony. Tonight, we are joined by patients, caregivers, and friends. We are here to honor you and to remember loved ones. We are here to stand with you as a community of support. Tonight, we also honor our faculty and staff who each day dedicate themselves to those coping with cancer through their excellence in clinical care and their innovative research. The Tree of Hope lighting ceremony is meaningful in many ways. It's a time for reflection as we take a moment to honor and remember those who have faced cancer. It is a time to acknowledge how very difficult it is to go through cancer and the many ways it affects our lives. It's a time to celebrate the courage and hope that each of you tap into every day. It's a time to stop and notice those around you and how we're here to support you. The importance of this connection and the need for support for those facing cancer is what led to the establishment of the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program in 1987. 35 years ago, the Duke Cancer Institute made a commitment to you and your loved ones by supporting the establishment of this program. The Duke Cancer Patient Support Program provides comprehensive care to patients and their loved ones throughout their cancer experience. Our team listens and we act. We hear your questions, your concerns, and the challenges you face, and we develop and deliver critical services to support you. Our comprehensive model of care is unlike any other in the country, and we're constantly striving to do better. We think outside the box, and with the support of Duke leadership and our donors, we are able to offer services and resources to every person who walks through these doors, regardless of ability to pay. This evening, you will hear remarks from 3 individuals who, like many of you, have had cancer or are still going through treatment. They will share their experiences, their messages of hope, and how the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program has helped them. Their powerful stories also demonstrate how care at the Duke Cancer Institute is different. With tonight's Tree of Hope ceremony, we honor and remember loved ones, patients, staff, family, and friends whose lives have been touched by cancer. Tonight, we also recommit to keeping this focus on ensuring comprehensive support for people facing cancer and for our team members providing that care. Together, as with the lights on the Tree of Hope, we outshine the surrounding darkness with hope.
So back in the summer of 2021, I noticed some bruising on my limbs, on my arms, my legs, and it wasn't going away, but I'm a very active person. I was doing DIY, working out, and so I just assumed I was just smacking my body on things, not really thinking too much of it. And while I was running, I realized I wanted to pass out. My body did not feel right, something felt wrong. So I immediately went to urgent care, and they gave me the blood test. When it came back, my platelets were 20, which is incredibly low. So I immediately had to go to the emergency room, and I ended up getting diagnosed with leukemia. Luckily, I was able to come to Duke. From there, I started oral chemo. When it was determined that I needed to get a bone marrow transplant, I met Dr. Horowitz, and he is phenomenal. He just puts me at ease, and knowing that you're in really good hands and that he has a plan was incredibly encouraging. It really put faith in me that I'm doing the right thing, I'm getting through this. But once I was discharged, I became under the care of Christy Wiggins, who is an NP for Dr. Horowitz. And she's phenomenal. I love her. And it's hysterical. I kind of look forward to them. I know that's weird to say, but she actually will hang out with me afterwards and show me photos of her hiking trips and different things she does. So having that personable piece to your providers is really huge. Since I arrived at Duke, everything was phenomenal. We felt like we had family here. So once I was diagnosed, it was a whirlwind of emotions, logistics. I mean, I haven't gone through cancer treatment before. I had no idea what I was doing. And so luckily, through a mutual friend, I was connected with Jackie, who's a nurse navigator, and she helped put me in touch with the right people. And so immediately I was able to have a therapist in Jeff. And that's been amazing because what you're going through is traumatic. You are not going through normal life things. And to be able to talk to somebody who's not a family member, who's not a friend, about very serious topics was helpful. I encourage people to go to therapy because a lot of people stigmatize it as it's for mental illness, it's if something is wrong. No, it's to keep you going, it's to keep you ahead of the curve, it's to keep you ready to roll with life's punches. I also encourage young adults, if they are thinking of potentially starting a family someday, to look into fertility preservation. I worked with Duke's fertility oncology program to actually preserve embryos. So we were lucky enough that we have some embryos on ice right now, so someday we could start a family if we'd like. I was also fortunate to be able to connect with Rebecca Shelby, who does sex therapy. And again, that's something I wasn't really comfortable with, I wasn't sure about, but oh my gosh, has that been a godsend. It's been such a lifesaver. She talks about the things some of us might be ashamed to talk about because your body goes through a lot of changes during cancer treatment. And talking with her, she's pointed me in the right direction many times and has helped my sex life. I encourage people who are going through treatment not to just think about the clinical piece, but think about you as a person, because Duke has resources for that and they can help you. I find my hope through gratitude. My husband, my parents, all of us just decided from day one we're going to express gratitude to get through this. So that means being thankful for things, being thankful for my supporting husband, being thankful for my family, being thankful I live so close to a facility like Duke to get treatment. I'm so thankful that TKIs exist. I'm so thankful that someone decades ago thought about a bone marrow transplant to cure leukemia. And so being able to think about what I'm thankful for rather than what I've lost or how this is an unfortunate situation really provides hope to me. And knowing that each day is going to be better than the last day is really the way we've been surviving this.
I was diagnosed the 14th of September 2020 with having stage 3 colon cancer. I had no idea in the beginning what was wrong with me. I noticed a couple of weeks before I actually had to go to the hospital. I wasn't feeling really well. I never ever get sick, hardly. I can't take this anymore, I'm going to the ER room, and that's how I ended up at Wake Med on the 14th of September, which was another Monday. I just want to inform you that you have stage 3 cancer, colon cancer, and you might have a leakage. The next step was surgery. Then I started here at Duke with my cancer treatments. One of the very first things they told me when they said that I had cancer is, don't worry. And the very first thing that you do is start to panic because you don't know how you're going to pay these bills. The programs that you really, really need are the ones that should be really focused on in the very beginning of your cancer diagnosis. Like Patrick, which is the therapist, I look forward. Anybody in my family or my friends can tell you, hey, she looks forward to talking to Patrick. I just know, and I have this reassuring feeling that Patrick is there and that he is willing to listen to me, that he listens to me as an individual and not just as a patient. I was a smoker. I smoked for over 40 years, and they have a program to even help you stop smoking, and I had no idea that it even existed. Oh my goodness, Kelly she was right there. She never left me. There's so many programs that are out there for people, and they just have to be diligent and just do diligent research. Don't ever give up. The 3 words that would describe my care team would be, the first would be the transparency, caring, very caring. My care team is very, very caring. They listen to me. They're concerned with me as a whole person and not just, like I said earlier, a patient. The third one would be lots of love. My care team has lots of love, whether they show it outwardly or whether they show it just with the medicines and the prescriptions and the time that they spend with their patients. Well, I found a network of support here at Duke, which I did, honestly. But there were just so many people and so many services that are needed. You just can't live without those services. Duke is a top-notch cancer center. They offer a lot of programs. They treat you very well. They cater to you, really. I think they spoil you more so than you would if you were in your own home with your own family. They take care of their own. There's hope, you know? Don't always look at your situation as this is the end. Nobody knows the end story but you and Christ. I get my hope from Christ. I get my hope from God. That's where I get my hope from. People around me, they give me encouragement. Like I said, everybody has a different story, but I get my strength from Christ.
When I was first diagnosed with cancer in 2016, I was immediately put in with, connected to a counselor, and then I was connected to a psychologist that has been my psychologist since 2016 when I was going through my first cancer diagnosis. The reason I chose Duke, and it was out of convenience because I live in Durham. But through my treatment process, and I have really gained a lot of knowledge about Duke. As I started my treatment here and through the years, I really admire Duke for the research to practice and the innovation that's happening here. I really like that it's a teaching hospital and a teaching cancer center, that because the learning and the growing cannot stop. Being with Kirkpatrick is so joyful that I tend to forget a serious moment. Even in the most serious moments when I have tumors in my brain, he's able to communicate it in a way that's very scientific, and it's a no-brainer because we're going to do SRS radiation, and that should, clear it up. When I think about my care at Duke, since I have metastatic cancer and I'm in treatment, I'm in chronic cancer treatment and extended treatment, there's been many moments over the past 6 years of that come to mind when I think about Duke and the treatment here. Everybody, even the people that check you in, are so present in the moment, and that really makes a difference. When someone is newly diagnosed with cancer, when I find out that they're going to Duke, I definitely tell them about the resources that have benefited me, being that everything that happens and is kind of put out through the Cancer Patient Support Program. Taking my children to see Jean Hartford Todd and connecting my children to any kind of resources they might need. The therapy that one receives, not only the person going through cancer, but their caregivers, very high quality. I think choosing life over cancer, the diagnosis of living instead of the diagnosis of cancer, is because I have such a strong support system at Duke. I can't really do anything about cancer, but I can do something about whether I exercise or not, or whether I eat something terrible or something good. That process is about me being able to choose different things and kind of let the cancer experts worry about whatever's happening in the cancer world. I think I find my hope in my family, and especially in my children. I asked my son last night, who's 12 years old, what does hope mean to you? And the answer he gave me was the possibilities. And so I think hope is very forward thinking, you're forward moving, and I think that when you think about the tree of hope, it's ongoing and it's forever, and it is always learning and building and evolving into being something that's really special for the people in this community.
Slow and slow. Take it easy.
aching heart full of pain.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
Just like a blood rose, my bloom is nourished by rain.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
Heavens run to wonder why the fearful I strive.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
My prayer and faith uphold me till my courage arrives.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise. Still I rise as an eagle. Still I rise, soaring above everything. Still I rise, as a sea and a soul that it's all within my reach. I'm reaching for the skies, bolstered by courage, yet still I rise. Yes, it's all within my reach. I'm reaching for the skies, yes, still I rise. Still I rise.
As my heart grows heavy and the confidence dies.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
Your strength is in my tears and hidden rains in my cries.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
Dungeon depths of anguish I determined to strive.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
My prayer and faith uphold me till my courage arrives.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise. Though you see me slump with heartache, heart so heavy that it breaks. Be not deceived, I fly on birds' wings. Rising sun is healing grace. Look at me, I'm getting stronger. Stronger. I'm determined to survive. Determined to survive. Though I get tired and I get weary, I won't give up. I'm still alive. Yes, still I rise as an eagle. Still I soaring above everything. Still I rise as a sea and strong and believe that it's all within my reach. I'm reaching for the skies, bolstered by courage, yet still I rise. Yes, it's all within my reach. I'm reaching for the skies. Yes, still I rise.
evening, everyone. My name is Robin Familetti, and I have the honor of serving as the Chief Administrative Officer for the Duke Cancer Institute. First, I would like to thank the brave individuals who just shared their inspirational stories about their cancer journey with us. We are very grateful. It's so great to see you all here after being apart for 2 years. And for those that can't be here, they're actually watching us live on the broadcast as we celebrate this Tree of Hope. Thank you for coming and welcome everyone. Tonight we are surrounded by hundreds of luminaries shining brightly in honor of providers, patients, survivors, caregivers, and those who live on only in our memories. Let us have a moment of silence for them as we let their love and light shine in the darkness that surrounds us. For every patient, survivor, friend, family member, and caregiver who's been touched by cancer, what you've been through or are going through is daunting. You are not alone. We are here with you, by your side and by the side of your loved ones. Let us listen. Let us be a support for you. Our medical family therapists, child life specialists, psychologists, navigators, providers, and so many more are available to help you through this unexpected, to guide you when the going gets tough, and to help you live your best life possible. I have witnessed our providers and staff in Durham, Wake County, the Duke Cancer Network sites work tirelessly to ensure extraordinary care is delivered even through these challenging times. Our researchers continue to bring innovative treatments forward. Our devoted supportive care providers and staff attend to critical services impacting quality of life. Our staff, our clinical teams, and the hardworking individuals who clean and maintain our centers do so with a special purpose. It is this dedication, compassion, and dependence on hope that connects us all. Together, we partner with you to make DCI the best place for cancer care, a sanctuary in the troubling and unpredictable storm that is cancer, a place of hope in the world of uncertainty. In the face of metastatic breast cancer, Eli, who spoke tonight, shared that hope helps her look to the future. Her 12-year-old son said that to him, hope means possibilities. No matter where you draw your hope from, whether it's your gratitude for living in this moment, the work of your clinicians on your behalf, the support of your counselor, family, friends, or your faith, it can be your beacon of light that outshines the surrounding darkness, just like the Tree of Hope. Tonight, as we light the tree in the season of peace, let us raise candles together in hope. Thank you for choosing the Duke Cancer Institute for providing care to you and your loved ones. Good night.